You are live.
It just so happened that in ancient Egyptian history, Aton, Aton, it it's really the god of the sun, Aton, Amen Ra. Well, in atonement, you get you get a tone, and ment means your desire to be at one, at one. So now I took those scales. If you say do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, you can't stop there. Do, you got to go back to where you started. Well, the first note in a scale is the first stage in the process of atonement. In the process of atonement, if you and your brother, you and your sister, you and your wife, you and I, and we even, in our disagreement with members of the white community or the Jewish community or any human being, the first thing you must do in a dialogue is number one, point out the wrong that you feel has been done that has led to the injury and the separation. Now, once somebody points out wrong, that's do. Re is now, if you point out what I've done this wrong, it's my duty to listen to you, not try to make an excuse, but listen. And if there is truth in what you point out that I have done wrong, in my mind, I must accept that reality. And that leads to the third stage. You're acknowledging, wow, I did do that, and that was wrong. Now, the third stage is I must openly confess it. You can't say, yeah, I was wrong, keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? Go in the corner and say, yeah, I was wrong, but I ain't saying nothing. Then the wrong continues. So you got to go back to the person that you wronged and say to them, I confess. And the scriptures come right back, you know, confession is good for what? The soul. So in the Muslim prayer, we say, I have been greatly unjust to myself and I confess my faults. Confession is part of the Catholic Church thing. And although I don't see anybody that I should confess to, except somebody that I've harmed or talked to God, because He's able to hear my confession and He is not imperfect. If I talk to the priest and tell him how I sinned, he might say back to me too.
Yeah. Yeah, little boy.
Let me please go on. But listen, after I confess, then I must atone. And in the process of atonement, there is the spirit of repentance. You feel sorry that you offended somebody that you love. So you genuinely have that feeling of remorse, which leads to atonement. What do I do now to make up for the injury that I caused? And you know what? When you are quick to want to do something, say something that makes up for the evil that you sent forth into somebody's life, then the next thing is forgiveness. Then the person can say, wow, I forgive you. Now you're reaching the next stage, which is harmony and acceptance of your wrong. I accept it. I forgive you. Now we're back in harmony again. And you're back to the beginning. It's peace. You're at one.
Now I know.
Now I know.
You do?
I see, said the blind man. I see, said the blind man. Now
Do you
I
see the
know.
light, Brother Lau? You see the
I
light?
see the light, and I see the atonement process.
Alhamdulillah.
Woo!
Back
That
to you,
was,
Sister Michelle. I know it's hard. It's hard to it's very hard to come behind the man with the plan.
Say that.
It's very hard to do that.
It is very difficult. And but he, as usual, hits it right on the nail. You can't really say much after that. But I know that we have something else we want to share. Are we ready to share, Sister Kalila?
Yes, we can go right into that. And this other video, just wanted to kind of give a backdrop of this. This is actually the person, the Reverend who actually presented the 8 steps of atonement to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So with his vision came the Holy Day of Atonement.
All right. Let's get it started. All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This day is the Day of Atonement. This day was established by God himself. An atonement among a people is like the birth of a child. In America, the African American people are being born as a people. And Minister Farrakhan is one of the chief midwives in the delivery of us as a people. And first, I want to thank Minister Farrakhan, and I want to thank Ben Chavis for the work that they have done in terms of bringing our people together so that we can live in America as a people. What is atonement? When people do not atone, they lose their natural affection. And they cannot define and they cannot reason. And when men cannot define and when men cannot reason, they cannot solve problems because they cannot analyze their past. They cannot analyze their present. They cannot make scientific plans for their future. And so if men do not come back and atone themselves to God and get themselves in right relationship to God, they cannot move forward as a people. And so in atonement, people have to come back and say to God, yes, I broke the law. Yes, I was not responsible. And yes, I will be responsible. And so if we do not have atonement, we cannot be a people. We cannot move forward because our future is determined by the decisions we make and the actions we take. And if we make wrong decisions and take wrong actions, our outcome will be wrong. But when we make right decisions and when we take right actions, our outcome will be right. And so we don't have an oppressor. We must move forward scientifically. There are 2 things necessary for people to move forward. They must have science and they must have integrity. You must have science and you must have integrity. You cannot move forward based on what another man does or does not do. You must move forward based on your science and your integrity. When we atone, we do not beg anybody for anything. We go to God in prayer and we pray the prayer, Our Father, theology, church work. Thy kingdom come, sociology, government work. Give us this day our daily bread, ecology, business work. Forgive us as we forgive, psychology work, clinic work. Lead us not to temptation, biology, homework. Deliver us from evil, anthropology, schoolwork. When we pray, then we can mold our own future. And we do not beg. And so we go forward. There are 2 things I need you to do We need every man here to go home and register 8 people. We need every man here to go home and subscribe to the final call and sell 8 subscriptions to the final call. Why? As Minister Farrakhan began to work and as we become a people, he will be on attack. And you need to know exactly what he is saying, and the people need to know what he has to say and what his strategies and moves are, so all of us can participate. Please go home and purchase your paper, subscribe to the paper, and get 8 men, and then get 8 people to vote. So when we come back next year, come back to the Atonement, we will have 8 million voters. We will be informed and we will be educated. God bless you and God keep you.
Great Reverend James Bevel. Man, I'll be pleased with our brother.
Yes, may Allah be pleased with our dear brother. So with that being said, we want to actually start off this program because right now we're talking about healing, right?
That's right.
So Sister Michelle, if you wanted to go over the introductions and everything, I'm just really amped up about this particular program because this program means a lot to me as it relates to healing our community. So if you want to, listen, I'm bowing out, and you can, take the torch. You're
on mute.
That would help. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Sister Kalila. This show this evening, the whole 8 steps of atonement, we thought as a group and really spearheaded by Sister Kalila because she pushed that it was an important issue that we had to discuss. And we all know that when the minister did this monumental speech and gathered, we know clearly over 5 million Black men to Washington.
2.3 million.
Sorry, 2.3 million. Yes. Yes.
Want to be exactly correct.
That's right.
The one that was there.
2.3 million. That was a signal, right? That there was some work to be done, but it also meant that there was a willingness, right? Because when you go through the 8 steps of atonement, Sister Kalila, as we get into this program, it's about the willingness to recognize when someone has been injured. Whether you think you injured them or not, that person has a perception or they may in their reality that an injury has happened. And so the minister laid out so beautifully how we do that. Now you're saying, hey, Sister Michelle, listen, this is Thursday Talks. What's that got to do with Corona?
Right.
Everything. So you're still supposed to be going to get people to tune in, by the way.
By the
way, right. Thank you, Brother Lau. By the way, hello. This is this moment where you want to bring in because there's so much division right now.
Yes.
The atmosphere is thick.
Yes.
We got families fighting with families. We have communities fighting with communities. We have, individual race groups fighting with each other. There's a lot of things happening right now. So what better way as we bring in the 8 steps of atonement, some information from those time periods. And as we're doing this, family, as I'm talking, that's a cue because Brother Loud just laid it out. Go get him.
Go get him.
Auntie, uncle,
Mojo, everybody.
TOs, you know what I mean? Like uncles, aunts,
all of them.
Friends, cousins, community. Bring them in because this is the moment if you have conflict happening.
Right.
This is your moment to understand the steps you have to take to resolve it, to come back to what? Peace. And we know, and we were talking about this earlier, that when we get back to peace of mind, that helps the mind, the mental state. Because we know that if we're not in the right mental state, then we're probably not in the right spiritual state, and which also means we're not in the right physical state. And right now, with everything going on, you need all your facets to work.
Right.
So as we move through this show,
Come on.
your sister Michelle, moderator, we're gonna
Hostess with the mostest. Don't forget that part. She's still a hostess with the mostest.
I'm gonna buy her a T-shirt that says just that.
Our hat.
And a hat.
And a hat.
You know I like my hats.
Right.
Listen, and I'm here really just to share the moment with the team. And of course, thanking the audience coming in. Thank you all for tuning back in. Thank the Seven Freedom Coalition team on the ground. Thanking the team that I have with me right here. You know, just family, I just don't know what we go through every evening. But we make it happen. We bring it. And then hopefully, right, inshallah, we'll be coming out with more things for you to benefit from. Right. Mm-hmm. So, you know, as I pass the baton over to that way. No, that way. To Brother Lau, he'll do some quick introductions, and then we're going to go right into Sister Kalila, because she's going to kick this off. You know, as we start going through this, and we're all going to give kind of, you know, our added commentary, right? To, you know, we're all taking about 2 of these to kind of explain and talk about in our own words, but either way, we have video content that will be going along with it. And as we go through them, I don't have any problem with sharing it with the audience so that you can go back and enjoy these videos as well. Excellent. So, again, like, share. Like, share. I need y'all just to stop for a minute. Please like and share. Like and share. Okay? Now. Right now. Okay? Right now, family. Like now. The finger. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, anyway. Right there. All right. And if you're on YouTube, please, you know, share it out through YouTube, IG, whatever social media platform you like. Just share it. Okay? All right. Brother Lau, I shall pass the baton over to you, sir.
And I shall receive it. Walaikum salam. I got it. Right there.
Yes.
Praise be
Y'all
to
doing
Allah.
a twist. Come on, baby.
Thank you, Sister Maya.
Twist.
That's right. Maya on there sharing it. You know how we do, family. Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Praise the Lord to my Christian brothers and sisters. Ungawa Black Power to my Black revolutionaries. And to all you peace and freedom loving people across the land and the planet. Peace and blessings. We welcome you again to Thursday Night Talk. Very, very powerful program this evening. Even as I go back and reflect on the Million Man March, 26 years ago. And for those of you who are out there listening, I want to give a quick charge in this opening remark. I want to give a charge to all of the people who didn't have the opportunity to go to the Million Man March, who don't know very much at all about the Million Man March. Find people who were actually present there on that day and listen to their stories and listen to their testimonies and hear from their experiences, because if we leave it up to the other man, this historic holy day will be wiped out of all content of history and knowledge. Yet it is the most important holy day ever established for us here in America. My second charge is to all of you who God blessed to be there on that day. You truly are 1 in a million. 2.3 million. Right. You have a duty and you have an obligation to share your experiences. People won't know certain things unless they hear from people who were there. So I look forward to doing some of that sharing tonight as we go through our program, and also making that challenge to your family. And we just want to remind you that here we are, the 7th Region Coalition. As the world is going through dark times, conflict, turmoil, pandemic, your demic, my demic. The world is going through it. But we're like that lighthouse, guiding that ship across those treacherous waters into a righteous way of thinking, into a righteous way of being, and a righteous way of doing what needs to be done. So awesome. And for those of you who never heard of the 8 steps of atonement, you definitely want to make sure this is a foolproof plan. You know, Willie Lynch was a foolproof plan to keep us tied in the knot.
Right.
The 8 steps of atonement. It's a foolproof plan to strengthen ourselves in all of our human relationships. So long live the spirit of the Million Man March. I look forward to sharing some things in relationship to it. But as we want to just keep this thing moving, I don't know. Sister Khalila Muhammad, thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum, man.
Walaikum salam. I'm doing my liking and sharing because this type of oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
He
Like now I'm doing the
right,
it's
right,
just a thriller. Okay. So this process is very important to me and is very dear in my heart because we're so quick to say I'm sorry.
come on.
Right? So quick to say, yeah, man, I apologize. So quick to ignore the fact that someone is hurt. And with that being said, what is the repercussions of that hurt? Who is benefiting from that hurt? Who is benefiting from that pain? Who is benefiting from that commitment of that part of atonement? I know that just saying I'm sorry does not heal the wound of someone that you injured, whether it's something minor or whether it's something major. That's why it's called 8 steps of atonement. It's a process that you have to start in order for you to not to get friendship back. I want my friend back. I want my relationship back. So how do you do that? You don't just say I'm sorry. I hurt you. Sorry is not going to cut it. So that's what we're going to do. I don't want to go into but but I want you all to like and share, because what is important about this, if you have somebody out there that you know for a fact in your heart that you have wronged, and you know it, these are the steps that will allow you to still be the victorious one in the situation, even though you wronged them. You will still become out victorious one, because this atonement process is not just about them, it's also about your relationship with God.
That's right. Come on, teach.
So I'm going to pass it because it's going to get hot. It's going to get hot in here in a minute, as the ministers say. It's going to get real hot in here. But like and share, because if you want to do it and you want to learn how to do it right, please like and please share. So I'm passing the baton to my dear brother. And I atone with you, brother, for taking a long time.
Hey, look, before we got started, she was telling me about Wi-Fi issues and
right.
I can't see. I was here getting what you talking about. Nothing wrong with you.
Now you look good, brother. You look
if I didn't listen to my sister, I was hot-headed.
Right.
Hey, we're gonna have problems. I wouldn't look good right now. So I had to have the right mindset, and this is what it's really all about. Yes. Let me begin properly. Peace, Hotep, Shalom, Buenos dias, Sak Pase, Que pasa? What's happening? Assalamu alaikum. Greetings to everyone tuning in. And it's always an honor and a pleasure to serve in this wonderful and awesome coalition called the 7th Region Coalition to Help Save Lives. As atonement is part of the process.
Yes.
In which we are able to get safely to the other side, because there is a lot of issues and problems going on in our community right now. Let's begin internally. Right now in our community, vaccinated against unvaccinated, unvaccinated versus the vaccinated, understanding without understanding.
Right.
And understanding each other is the key to establishing peace. Look, every day I take a look at, as an educator, I'm going to use this example. I see these children unraveling, but guess what? The adults are unraveling too. And they don't realize it.
Whoa, that part.
And so the most important thing that we can do right now, Brother Lyle, with one another, and especially with children, take the time to listen. Because if we carefully listen to them,
that's a weapon.
Carefully listen to one another, we will learn what is ailing us in our hearts, in our minds, and our souls.
That's right.
And we are able to speak to each other in the right way and get to the goal, which is perfect understanding with one another, under the guidance, under the right mindset of Almighty God Himself.
Beautiful.
Beautiful teaching.
Beautiful.
So y'all should be ready right now.
Come on.
Facebook shares. Just keep sharing.
I'm
sharing. I'm on a roll.
I'm gonna tell you something, Sis Clee. You were leaning on something because there's a whole lot of people that got relatives that you ain't spoken to in years.
That's right. That is true.
And look, let one of y'all leave this earth. You'll be the saddest person for the rest of whichever one of y'all's life is alive.
My God.
Family, this is serious.
This is very serious.
And it's this opportunity to heal and grow. So like, share.
Come on.
Right.
All right. So as our family is liking and sharing, and Sister Kalila is just getting everybody she can.
I'm trying to get everybody.
But I'm gonna need you to pause for a second because we want to get into the first two steps, and and we kind of gave you your segue in.
Yes.
Come on.
Right. So, do you want to start off the first two?
Okay.
And then I believe once we feel like we've got a grasp of that, then we'll go to another video clip.
Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is basically talk about the first two steps of the 8 steps of atonement.
Yes.
The first 2 steps is known as the most critical and the most difficult steps to establish a kindling or in a like mind with one another. Okay. And these steps are important because now you're really trying to identify the wrong, right? So just a prime example. If my sister have wronged me, I cannot be a coward and hold it for years and years and years and allow it to linger for years, because whatever your perception is becomes your reality. Right?
That's true.
So if I feel that somebody has wronged me, I have to point that out. And this is the first stage, but it's the most difficult stage, because a lot of people, when we point out their wrong, we're actually unveiling them. It's kind of like a shame.
Right.
It's kind of like a embarrassment. But guess what? When you point out this wrong, they might not even be aware that they was doing wrong.
Wow.
In the Holy Quran, it teaches us that some people don't even know that it even causes mischief.
That's right.
Come on.
And I'm like, what? How you know you ain't? Now you know you're doing wrong. How is that possible? Some people, because they have been doing wrong so long, and they are birthed into a reality of wrongdoing, they think that wrong is fair seeming. They think that wrong is right. That wrong is normal. So when I'm coming to you and I'm pointing out the wrong, I'm identifying something that hurt me. And so when I identify that something that hurt me, if you're not a person like Brother, Tony said, a person that has an alike mind and has the right mindset to really give the more open approach to what I'm trying to figure. Right now, we're dealing with a dialogue. Right. We're not dealing with monologue. We're dealing with a dialogue. So this is a conversation that we should have amongst one another in love.
In love. So, Sister Kalila, it's not one of them conversations where I'm just waiting to get my word in, like, I'm just waiting to break
like double dutch, right?
Can't be doing that.
And the other person speaking, not let other person speaking. Ooh, I got something for that.
You're not listening.
Cut that out. Y'all cut that out.
That's exactly. Because that's but that is key. Allow people to get out what hurt them. Because a lot of times people are actually living off of someone else's hurt.
Wow. Which means they're actually dying.
They're actually dying.
There's an
So if I can't come to you with what I feel that you hurt me with, even though you might disagree, the thing is to listen and then go to the next step, which is step 2, acknowledge the wrong. Whoa, that means that I'm dealing with character building. Right? I'm building my character now, because what if I don't feel that I did you wrong? However, if you can see it from where I'm coming from, you can acknowledge that you wronged me in a way. Even though you might think it's minor.
Look at Maya
it might
atoning
be
already.
Major to me.
You got Maya atoning already. She said, "I'm guilty of
atoning with herself."
See, you just took the first step, Maya.
Right. There you go. But acknowledging the wrong. Yes, go ahead.
If I just could say something about that, there's an African proverb that goes this way: if you are filled with pride, then you will not have room for wisdom. And so the most important thing is to listen for the truth, the degree of truth that is what the other person is discussing with you. You may completely disagree,
right?
But the most important thing is to listen and find the truth. Our perceptions are our realities. We don't see things how they are. We see things how we are.
There you go.
And so sometimes we need to hear that other person and find out where they are in their lives. I'm like, okay, I could see why this person may have misinterpreted. It may have been a misinterpretation. Misinterpreted why I said what I said.
Right. And and the key element to that, Brother Tony, is this contents, the word acknowledge means to the truth of fact that we have. Meaning that if I'm saying that you have wronged me,
come on,
be thoughtful enough to say, you know what, I can see where you can see that I have wronged you in that way. So now we're creating a dialogue. So right now our minds and our hearts are open to deliver healing at that moment. Because at that point, the person that's receiving it is, how can I fix it? That is the thought process that's going to the next step. So that's my 2.
Well, you know what, those 2, Sister Kalila, they have a whole lot in common with the 7th Region Coalition.
Oh, that's it now, Brother Loud. Tell us.
Y'all know we've been pointing out the wrong. Now, y'all know we've been pointing out the wrong.
Oh, boy, here we go.
You know we've been pointing out the wrong. And y'all know, look, well, I mean, I don't know how much the other side has been acknowledging it, but just those of you who've grown with us, See, this big boy, big girl stuff here we talking about.
Right.
That's right.
First two steps that Sister Kalila laid them out there, family. Make yourself approachable, family.
You got to.
It's not all about you.
That's right, Brother Lau.
So keep that in mind.
You wait a minute. Are you trying to say it's not all about me?
I'm just.
Are you saying it's not all about me?
I'm just saying.
Wow. Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I think the audience is now ready for our next introduction into our next two steps.
The next two, yes.
Right. So,
well, before we do that, let's go into another video because right now we want to lay a base.
That's right.
The base is not because of how this is something that has been generated for years, and this is what we practice in the Nation of Islam. So if you can go into the next video, Sister Michelle.
I'm already on it. Second here.
You're watching BET News Now. The Million Man March was a watershed moment for the nation back in 1995. Hundreds of thousands of men gathered along the National Mall to atone for the past and commit to a better future.
I pray blessing for every.
20 years later, men from all over are again called to assemble for reasons that are personal to those who came.
I'm here today because this is my second opportunity to become a living part of history. I was here 20 years ago in 1995.
Had to be part of this movement. It's epic right here. All these black people, look around you. It's a beautiful thing right now.
When I grew up, I could look outside and see there was dead people in the street, and that's not really a good feeling. And then now to be out here and see other Black Americans doing the same thing that I'm out here doing, trying to unify people, it's really good.
Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan is again leading this march, along with other national civil rights groups, with the rallying call Justice or Else. Organizers hope to draw attention to the wrongful killings of Black men that capture headlines nationwide.
We're demanding justice, or else we'll take action. And if that means going to the polls, if that means just mobilizing our children at a younger age and teaching them, that means starting our own schools where they can get a culturally sensitive program or something like that that really speaks to who they are as people, then that's what we have to do.
Our communities is terrible right now. Liquor stores in every corner, there's no opportunity. I got sons and, I feel sorry for them that they got to grow up and deal with everything that, that they got to deal with now. So it's time for change. And we're just tired of it. And it's not change. We're ready to take it to a next level with it.
The first march resulted in nearly 2 million Black men registering to vote, and many saw a rise in civic and community engagement. On this 20th anniversary, what do folks hope the end game will be this time around?
What I'm hoping is that this makes us more cohesive, more harmonious with each other. So when we see each other, it's just like, hey, I don't know you, but you look like my mom. So I'm going to treat you with respect.
I hope that every man and woman can be indoctrinated with the verbs that are being used and spoken out of these microphones to take it back home. And each one of us can take these words and minister to our community.
So much has changed since the first Million Man March. But 20 years later, the call for justice is just as loud. That's the news for now. For more, log on to BET.com.
All right. So we ready for the next?
Yes, we are.
Now we are.
But before you get started, brother, I have to acknowledge the brother from Jersey. When he was like, yo, it's epic.
right.
It's epic. Malik.
We out here.
Yeah, we epic. Anyway, yes, now, Brother Tony.
The brother that was talking about, I wish that all could be indoctrinated. Like, that's not a bad word.
Oh,
that's what means falling to accord with the doctrine.
Right.
The doctrine of atonement.
That's right.
I wanted before we go into that, I wanted to say something very quickly to Sister Maya. She posted up a comment here. Say, I have a habit of holding my feelings. With my beloved sister, I'm going to say this very quickly. We don't want to harbor ill feelings towards anyone or just think that it's going to go away. If when we're harboring, it's not going away. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in A Torchlight for America, he makes reference to heart disease being the number one ailment that is experienced here in America. And why does that happen? Because we're harboring so much each and every day out of the stress that we are experiencing. And oftentimes, the majority of time, we're not addressing what is ailing us. And so we have to begin at home, and we have to begin with the members of our righteous community, and make sure that we are right with each other and we're right with God. And so with that, let me go ahead and
Brother Tony, you
my hand.
She got a hand.
I'm sorry, my sister. I'm sorry. I was about to read the next one. Go ahead.
No. You're good. I just want to say this. This is the reason why the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan gave us a tool.
Come on.
And that tool is called Dianetics.
Right.
We're not Scientologists, but we use the tool Dianetics because it helps to relieve those things we hold inside in harbor inside. And like Brother Tony says, heart disease, that's one. But I can tell you a number of people that have developed cancer.
That's right. That's right. Talk about that.
From not being able to express yourself or heal from old wounds.
That is true.
Not going through that process to bring the body back and the mind back to peace. So as we move through this, I just want y'all to see how this is all correlating with what we're doing this evening. Just remember, this method allows us to get the pains out from the experiences that we put on each other for whatever reason.
Right.
Right? And it restores us back to health.
And
so
once you do it,
just want to add this.
It's not so bad.
Exactly.
It's not so bad.
It's not so
once
bad.
you do it.
Once you do it.
That's right.
And just to add to this, Sister Maya, dis-ease become disease. Dis-ease become disease. Anytime you hold something in that's diseased to you, it's going to affect you mentally, spiritually, and medically.
You
so you have to remove that. But back to you, Brother Tony.
Well, that's where we go back to this here in the 8 steps of atonement. Number 3 is confess the fault.
Oh boy.
First you confess the fault to Allah or to God or by whatever name you call the divine supreme being, and then to the person or persons, it could be more than one, whom you have faulted or ill-affected, or that you may have been told that you did some kind of wrong, but you didn't want, you couldn't clearly see it, so you need some understanding, you need some clarity, and so that's the third, confessing the fault. And then after that, repentance. See, after you receive information, vital information to help cleanse your soul, give you the opportunity to make up for the wrong, now you have to repent. It means to feel contrition or self-reproach. In other words, you have to be able to feel empathy for the other person, gain understanding. Without understanding, we don't have anything.
Confess the fault. That's some more big boy, big girl stuff there, huh?
That's definitely.
Right?
Listen, that's a big
very
thing.
hard to
do. That means I got to look at me. Like how they say one finger pointing, all them fingers point back where?
That is true. That's
right back at yourself.
It's big boy, big girl stuff. But don't we want to be big men and women
right
in this work?
That's right. And you know,
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sister Galila. No, go ahead.
You know, just to add to that, a lot of times we are stuck on a track. That's a diagnetic term, because we don't allow ourselves to heal from what has illed us. And sometimes we put on the shirt of victim.
Come on.
You know, everybody wants to be the victim because everybody feels the sympathetic person. Whoa, I am the victim. Everybody needs to come to my aid because they did something to me.
Right.
So a lot of times when you become the victim and you feel like you're victimized, you're putting yourself in a box where you cannot get the opportunity to explore your fault in your victimization.
Sister Kalila, can I add to that?
Absolutely.
But as you get ready to add, Brother Tony, I just want to remind, this is not for all you brothers and sisters out here that don't have no faults. We're not talking to you right now.
Oh, no, not y'all.
Oh, you mean the one that walked on water, Brother Lau?
Yeah.
All you. No, this is not for you. All you perfect ones, bear with us. Everybody else.
Look, let me say this about being in victim mode. What you're looking for in victim mode is an ally that will just listen to you, but you're not doing whatever you can with it. Whoever you are having that conflict with, you're not getting anywhere with that person because you're not sitting down with them and gaining understanding.
Right.
Whatever comes out of their mouth, you may be judging what comes out of their mouth. And when you do that, you're not even taking time to you're not listening. And you can't, if you're not listening, you're not gaining any form of understanding. You can't even get to square one.
You know, and to add to that, I want you all to know, all right, it's a difference between being sympathetic and being empathetic.
Come on.
Listen.
Ooh.
Right.
Okay.
There you go.
I just want you to be clear in regards to that, because sympathy keeps a person who is the victim a victim. Empathy is acknowledging, hey, I feel your pain. However, I am here to help you solve your pain so you can get out of the pain condition into healing.
Come on.
That's the difference between sympathy and empathy. Let's start being empathetic and stop being sympathetic.
Ooh.
Come on.
Drop the mic.
Boom. Right there. Right.
That was
And
a
then
drop
again,
the
for
mic
all you-
moment, Sister Galila.
Yeah.
I
All
love
you
that.
grown people out
I'm
there.
glad you explained that. It's so important.
Absolutely.
See, look, it's about looking for wherever we were wrong in the situation.
Right.
And we oftentimes that's so difficult because we don't want to be wrong.
Right.
You know
Who
one
wants
of
to
the
be
reasons we have
wrong?
with that?
Come on.
Our people out there, again, I got a little confession time because I know we're talking about these steps of atonement, right?
Come on, Brother Lyle.
Little self-check. Let me check the brothers first, and then I want to check the sisters.
Uh-oh.
How many of you brothers out there have
Come on,
ever
Brother Lyle.
used these words? If you've ever used these words, I'm a grown-ass man.
Uh-oh.
You are.
You ever said that? Right?
Yeah.
Hold that part right there if you ever said that, right? Now let me check my sisters out real quick,
Okay, all
right?
right.
How many of my sisters who are listening out there have ever said these words? I'm a grown-ass woman.
I said that.
No, okay. So now look confession time, right?
Look.
Right? Right. Look at the word, family. Grown. It's the past tense
You've stopped
of
growing.
growth, which means
you gonna stop growing.
it's the beginning
Stop.
of death. You have no more room to learn. Can't nobody tell your raggedy behind and your raggedy mind, Nathan. You don't want to be like that, family. And so if you've been like that all your life, thank you for tuning in tonight. All you got to do is put one step in front of the other. The atonement process works itself out. You just got to work it.
You know, the beautiful thing about that, Brother Lau, and we can go to the next one. In the Nation of Islam, our titles as women are MGT and GCC. And that basically means Muslim girls, not women, not ladies, not adults, Muslim girls in training.
My goodness.
And general civilization class.
Come on.
Meaning that we are girls because we think like girls. Our mindset should be in a mature, but more so a pure state of mind.
Beautifully said.
Come on.
So that's why we're considered girls, and we're also not only just girls, but we're in training.
That part,
family. So my mama almost 80, she's still a girl? Absolutely. Because until the day she dies, she will always be in training to be one with God.
That's not for any of you out there who are the makers of God. Those are for all of y'all who are made by God.
That's right.
Come on.
That's right.
And FOI for the men. Fruit of Islam. What does fruit do? Fruit nourish. It plenish. It makes you grow within yourself. You're multiplying peace, because that's what Islam is. You're multiplying peace in not only within yourself, but within the community. That's why you got the FOI on the phone, on the corners with the Final Call newspaper, because what they're delivering, they're delivering peace to you.
Salute the fruit.
All right. So always be mindful of who you are and what you stand for.
That's right. I like that, Sister Galila. She dropping some jewels tonight.
Yeah. I told you this is my topic.
Listen, I started it off. I said that she was passionate about this.
Yes,
family.
very.
So
very
as
passionate.
you can see, passion is coming through along with some wisdom and truth. Okay.
Right.
All right. So let's go on to our next clip. All right. I'm bringing it up right now. Give me a second as I'm moving on in. All right. Got it all queued up. Let's go.
Jack, it's impossible to sit down with you because of things you said. Are you trying to reach out and play a role in the Republican Party?
First, let me say that when men of high political standing say that it is impossible to sit down with Farrakhan because of the things he has said, should I then say it is impossible to sit down with white people for the things that they have done?
On October 16, 1995, African-American men from across the United States convened on the Mall in Washington, D.C. to show solidarity and promote Black self-help and self-defense against economic and social ills plaguing the African-American community. Organized by Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Interfaith Coalition was coordinated by former NAACP Executive Director Benjamin Tavis and endorsed or attended by every major African-American leader, with the exception of U.S. House Representative John Lewis. While the all-male focus was criticized by feminist leaders from outside the community, the march was supported and featured appearances by the mother of the civil rights movement, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X's widow, Dr. Betty Shabazz, and the iconic Maya Angelou. African-American female leaders, in coordination with the march leadership, also organized a National Day of Absence for Black Americans unable to go to Washington. The rallying cry of the march was the need for African-American men to cast off the negative racial stereotypes perpetrated by Hollywood and mainstream media by becoming self-reliant and refocusing on faith and family as time-tested paths to prosperity. The massive rally of an estimated 837,000 Black men was a spectacular display of nonviolent unity and inspired others to organize similar million-themed marches for various issues.
Right and exact, except for that total number, Brother Lyle. Wait, we gotta all get off mute.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. I was taking down the content.
Yeah. They were there early, like 2 days early to get that count.
I know, right?
You know, I remember. Yeah, I remember, and I thank you. You know,
3 million.
What'd you say, Brother Lau? I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said that right number again. 2.3
million.
million.
Yes.
Because you're right. You're right. It's because for some reason I had 5 in my mind in the beginning, but I remember he only called 1 million men. Remember that was a call? And he got 2.3, Brother Tony, 2.3 million.
Right. And family, just a real quick thing on the numbers, just so you all can understand that. Look at how they are trying to wipe out the significance of the Holy Day of Atonement in the Million Man March. Why do they want you to think it was less people there? You can look at the pictures yourself and see that you've never seen another gathering with that many people there. And there has not been before then or since then, family. And so that was one of the big controversies of the time. They didn't want to give the exact count. They didn't even want to do a count, but they were forced to do a count. But the exact count, family, we want you to know that our beloved brother, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, called us to come, right? And not 1 million, but 2.3 million showed up. And by the way, the overwhelming majority of those men were Christians.
Brother Lyle, if I could say this though, see, our open enemy continues to attempt to erase the most honorable Elijah Muhammad from history. Likewise, is doing that with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the great accomplishments
Trying to do
that he has and continues to do among our people. And so in no U.S. history textbook will you see the Million Man March be even mentioned, even though it was the largest march on Washington or anywhere else on the planet in human history, calling for atonement for black men, 2 million black men, and all men who were watching on the screen, and all people who were affected watching on the screens of their homes or wherever they were, listening to that message of atonement. And now going back to our communities based on that word to make a change first within ourselves and our communities.
So that's a good segue into the next two, pieces of the atonement process. So let me jump in because I'm going to talk about the next two.
Please do.
So Brother Tony started to go into atonement. So atonement, meaning to make amends and reparations for the wrong. So we just talked about that. So when you've done something wrong, right, the best thing to do, right, in your steps of restoration, meaning getting back to peace, is mending what has been broken. Whether it's trust, whether it's friendship, whatever it is, something has been broken. So when you atone, you make amends, you move towards repairing what has been broken, what has been wronged. And when you're if you are, like Brother Lau says, in the process of being an adult, not grown, but an adult.
Watch yourself.
We go into that mindset to say, you know what? I may have done something wrong and I want to make it right. How can I repair a relationship or whatever, or misunderstanding? Because I don't want to do what? Keep you broken.
You know, Sister Michelle, I just saw a beautiful example come across from our beloved #1 fan, Several Coalition, Sister Kim.
#1 fan.
Right?
Kim.
She called what you're describing. She's right. It's called a breach.
Yep.
But she gave me a visual in my mind about a breech baby.
Right.
You just can't be like, oh yeah, it's a breech baby. The baby's breech. No, homeboy, homegirl, you got to turn the baby around. You got to do something about it. So that was an excellent example, dear Sister Kim.
You know, and also to add to that, this step actually is a step where you should spend more time with this step. Because this step is not only atoning, but it's also saying, now that we're at this particular stage, I don't want to never do this again.
My, that part, family.
I'm actually restoring something that, like Sister Michelle said, that was broken. It can never be fixed, but I want to restore it. I want to repair it. Let's pray together. Every morning, let's get up in the morning and let's pray together. Let's read some scriptures together. So therefore, I will have an identification of if I wrong you, or even the knowledge before I wrong you. Let me ask Allah, please allow me not to wrong my brother and sister. That takes time. That atonement part takes time. And that's why it's called the 8 steps of atonement. That's the one that you have to lay on for a minute if you want to truly atone with the person that you have wronged.
Now let me jump in and say this is that I'm gonna go back again to what we've been given by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Right.
He has given us a tool to lay on that portion
right, back to the
process. Okay. If you are unwilling to get to the root of what the issue is,
my God.
If you make it to step number 5, you won't get past it. Right. So we have to use the right tools that has been given. If we really want to atone and repair and amend, right, for the wrong that you've done someone else,
right?
Because it's about really too, it could be something in anything that could have occurred that could have caused it,
right?
But you won't know if you won't investigate, right? So it's a process. But if you're an adult,
not grown, we're not using that word no more, right? Adult,
an adult, then you can move to the next step, which is forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Don't mind me.
You know what? All right. You know what? Let me read that while y'all play the music. So forgiveness by the offended party to cease, to feel. Maybe it's not cease, but it's cease to feel offense.
That's right. You don't feel it no more.
Offense and resentment against another for the harm done. Forgiveness. Let me tell you something about forgiveness.
Come on. Ooh, talk about it, Sister Michelle.
Come on, Sister Michelle.
You know, forgiveness. You know, when you remove the ego,
that's right.
You got to remove it, because if you got ego, forgiveness is a really tough thing. But forgiveness,
you can't
right? But really, forgiveness sometimes is not even for the other person.
Ooh.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
It's for yourself.
Right.
So don't think that because you hold forgiveness, you're holding it from the other person.
Right.
You're really doing damage to yourself.
Right.
Forgiveness is really a release, right? You're letting go.
Yes.
Right? And you're making peace. Again, peace. And you're now introducing love. When you embody forgiveness, you're bringing in love in the situation. So forgiveness is not for the other person. It's for yourself, because when you forgive and you're sincere in the forgiveness, then it becomes reciprocal.
Sister Michelle.
Yes, sir.
I just want to give our brothers and sisters, our wonderful listening audience, the ones who forgot that they've been in that position before. I just want to give them a little quick reminder, right? Like, you ever been in a situation like, all you party folk out there, right? Right? You ever been to a party and you seen someone that you had some issues with? Right?
I'm gonna go that way.
You couldn't
Now
even
we give
dance.
You
couldn't even dance. You sit there and you gritting and you feeling and you talking about it, but what are they doing?
Right.
See, so all of that is coming from yourself. All of that toxic poison that is ruining your thought process, ruining your relationship building. And lastly, on that, Sister Michelle, I remember being taught that some things can be a small thing to a giant. But if the giant doesn't see the thing as a small thing, then the giant becomes a small thing to a thing.
Talk about
another mic drop.
Another mic drop.
I gotta get this thought out. The anger becomes the punishment that we give to ourselves for somebody else's shortcomings or mistakes. Because oftentimes it may just be a mistake, but we haven't even taken the first step to just have the courage to approach the person.
Wow.
And atonement, Sister Michelle, Brother Lyle, Sister Kalila, it's not a situation where you just go up to the person and go, yeah, I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry.
Look,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're not saying I'm sorry.
You ain't hear me?
It's not, and it's not an overnight thing. Sometimes it could take years. There was an expression of I'm sorry, but understanding has not fully come in yet.
You said something key, Brother Tony. You said it takes courage. And I remember seeing in that beautiful video and also in person, because your brother was there, our beloved sister Maya Angelou, speaking at the Million Man March. I'll share with you this. Literally a week before our beloved sister passed, Maya Angelou, may Allah be pleased with her.
Yes.
Your brother was blessed to be on a teleconference call with some of us who were running a mentoring program with Susan Taylor. And then it was a Q&A question period with Maya Angelou. And one of the persons asked her, not knowing that she was going to be gone the following week, if you could leave our children with one thing, what would you leave them with? Now, it wasn't her answer so much that blew me out the water, that ties me to what Brother Tony's talk. It was how quickly she said it. She said, courage. He said, because with courage, they can get everything else.
Wow.
And the beautiful thing that you mentioned that, because the first thing I indicated about when I first explained the first step is stop being a coward. In order for you to stop being a coward, you have to have courage.
Gotta have it.
Come on now.
Got to have courage. In order for this to even work, you have to have enough courage to actually say, hey, I want to heal. And I love you enough to come to you because I want to heal. And I want you to heal through me. And we can do it together through Christ Jesus.
Come on.
And then back to a man. A man is a law. So if I can't amend, that means I can't forgive you.
That's right.
Right. Reminds me with Sister Michelle when she was talking about that ego and how you gotta sit that bad boy down.
That's right.
Now, look, for those of you who have a hard time sitting your ego down, here's an experiment.
Right.
Right. I want you to eat a whole lot of food. It's first part of the experiment. Whole lot of food. Eat a whole lot of food. Just all the stuff you like, just eat it, right? And when that bowel movement comes, stay in the bathroom and open up your own nostrils.
No.
Because your doo-doo stink too.
Right.
Okay.
I can't even repeat it. I can't even repeat it. But listen, we're gonna go to the next video,
please.
On that note,
ego people out there.
I don't want to have that. I don't want to.
You don't want that. You don't want that vision.
No.
Don't have that vision.
Let's continue.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Brother Lyle, for that.
That wasn't for you. That was for the
The
I know,
visual.
I know.
The visual. All right, I'm starting it now. I'm starting it now.
The march's most prominent organizer was Louis Farrakhan, leader of the Nation of Islam. Farrakhan was deeply attuned to the struggles of Black America, but the solutions he offered were surprisingly familiar.
We'll strive to improve myself.
He urged Black men to change their behavior and atone for their failings.
Socially, for the benefit of myself, my family, and my people.
The biggest surprise for me is that the message was not down whitey, critique the system as much as it was individual atonement, individual responsibility. Help me to understand that. I think that surprised a lot of people around the country.
In that particular moment, the sense of atonement was very real for a lot of us because we realized as young men that there were some of the trappings of materialism and violence of American society had gotten to us. And we had lost a lot of our friends. We had lost relatives to some of that violence.
We had internalized racism. Our people had internalized the way we were being treated.
Absolutely. And the way that we were being depicted in the media and the way that we were being depicted in the music.
I was at the Million Man March. I respect the Nation of Islam values to bring Black men back to their families, to stop this killing in these communities, to stop the disrespect of women, and to really find and claim our place in America.
The trouble was, for all its good intentions, the march embraced a strange contradiction. Speaker after speaker attacked a racist American system, but also called on Black men to take responsibility for their own lives.
The then Black mayor of Detroit, Dennis Archer, he's giving a speech, and everybody was cheering, take responsibility. I remember him saying, if the city doesn't pick up the garbage, pick it up yourselves. And everybody is cheering like, yeah, if the city doesn't pick up the trash, pick it up yourselves. And I'm like, wait a second. That's what we pay taxes for, right? Again, it's this sense that the government doesn't have a responsibility. It's you.
Yeah, I got some atoning to do with that brother Gates in there. I got some atonement process to work out with him, but we gotta work it out.
Boy.
Work it out, brother Lyle.
Work it out.
Yeah, Kyle, I gotta work out my atonement with Louis Gates.
Yeah, me too, Brother Lyle.
Listen,
But
Brother Lyle,
there was no contradiction
right
in the message of us being responsible for ourselves when the people who have enslaved us and kept our people in bondage for more than 400 years have failed on every promise that they brought to our table.
That's right.
You know, so there was no controversy
That's right.
in that message, and it was not a contradictory message.
Right.
Just want to say that.
Brother Lyle.
For the record.
And dear brother, that comes out of a gross misunderstanding of who we are as a nation of Islam.
Yeah, Brother Tony, I'm going to take a step further on that.
Come on.
All right. it comes from a so-called notable professor who
Right.
has a problem with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
That's right.
And is not big enough to put his personal views aside to see the extraordinary value of the gift that God has given us
Come
in
on.
that man. I just,
And Brother Lyle, I'm going to add to it. If we see other people as being less than us, if we don't see them as, as our brothers and sisters, we see other people being like beneath us because we have a little degree that the white man might give us.
And the
That
debt to
will
go along with
skew
it.
our perception and our own perception of ourselves.
So, family, that leads us into the last two steps.
Which we left which we left just for you, Brother Lau.
Well, I'll tell you, before I go into the steps, I do feel obligated to do this, and I'll do it very shortly. And I feel obligated because I was there. And it makes me cry when I come in contact with children. They like, nah, I never heard of that Million Man March. I don't know nothing about. I just want to share just a couple things, First of all, in the planning stages leading up to the Million Man March, there was a miracle that took place that I had a chance to witness. I happened to be blessed at the time to be one of the state co-chairs in Maryland of the communications committee for the Million Man March. And I will tell you, I saw Black folk from all walk of life run their own government. That 3-month period leading up to the Million Man March, anything we needed, there were brothers and sisters willing and able to do, so we can unite. I arrived on the mall that day at around 4 a.m. and it was very, very chilly at that time. I was writing for the Final Call News, and my assignment on that day was to talk to as many brothers and sisters as I could, brothers mainly, of course, that's who was there, and find out what was their reasoning for coming. And you talk about a speechless writer trying to write something, just to be astounded by that. Two other things I'll share very quickly. I was there at 4 a.m., as I mentioned to you, and I was working at the Million Man March. And I remember having to use the restroom. And I remember brothers who I never met in my life picked me up overhead and brought me all the way up to the restroom and then brought me all the way back to where my post and my station was.
Wow.
I saw a command being given by an FOI captain that was just for FOI to fall in because there was a detail. Do you know when those brothers at the march saw those brothers falling in, that everybody started falling in the ranks? The FOI couldn't keep the brothers from falling in the rank, family. They just kept, because they look, when you're in the right place in the right space. In the last little tidbit I'll share with you, this is probably the last thing you thought you would ever see at the Million Man March, but I saw it with my own eyes. Was 11 Buddhist monks sitting down in their full gala in the middle of the Million Man March.
Wow.
And asked why they chose to be there, because it was the most peaceful place on the planet. They came all the way from Asia.
Wow.
So step number 7.
Come on.
Come on, Brother Lyle.
Reconciliation and restoration. We pointed out the wrong, and we've looked at ourselves, and we've acknowledged the fault, and we've gone through everything in terms of listening and confession, and we put ourselves in a perfect place to now reconcile, right, and restore. That means some of your old broken relationships can become peaceable again. Family, you running around angry your whole life, mad at people who you think hurt you, who you think ruined you, family members, brothers and sisters, school members, all of that. Family, you can become peaceable again. But you have to go through the process. And so the last thing I'll say about this particular step is it doesn't fall out the sky.
No.
No, it doesn't.
Right.
No.
And guess what? Now, this
The
one's a little
process.
tricky here because a lot of the other ones, why they involve another person, a lot of it deals with you. This deals with you now recognizing the offended person or that other person recognizing you, if you're a offended person, as partners in restoring whatever was broken.
That's right.
Look at the divorce rate.
Oh,
Look, right? Not just that though, right? Look at the gang conflict, right? Look at the political warfare. I like the way our Minister Patrick says, even the church is gang bang, family.
Dang.
Right.
I'm a this, you are that. But there's a path to become friendly and then peaceable. It's not going to happen overnight. You couples at the table, you know how it is. You just had that argument. Somebody next day is dinner time. Pastor, it takes a minute, but it works. Anyone want to comment on that before we go to the next one?
The beautiful thing is about this reconciliation is no judgment.
No.
A lot of times we say that we have moved on, right? We will, oh yeah, I forgive you. Oh my God. Oh, I forgive. Oh my God. I love you. I don't want to do anything to hurt you. The next argument comes.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. You
remember when you did?
You throw up what you indicated that you said you forgave.
Right. That's true.
So you know what that makes you? A liar.
Hypocrite.
Ooh. Ouch.
Oh.
You don't want to be them two
You
things.
said that you forgave me. You said that you love me, and when you love me, you will not hurt me. And when you're hurting me by bringing up something that hurt you. So you are a liar. You don't want this to move. You don't want this to grow. But because you don't want this to grow, you want to be again put on the victim shirt.
Wow, Sister Kalila. So that means anybody who does not want atonement, treat them like the coronavirus.
Right.
Keeping it arm's length.
Just don't want it. Don't want it.
Right.
Right. Anybody who don't want atonement, treat them like the plague.
And be careful about people like that, because guess what? Those same people, they stunt the growth of life.
Woo.
They are blood suckers of life.
Right.
They will suck you dry because they can't move. You have moved. They can't move. So guess what? If you ever been in a train, right? And you have one caboose, and then you have another caboose, and then you have the engine.
Right.
In order for that train to move, the engine has to move, and then you have to have that other caboose pushing the other caboose.
Go ahead.
Right.
Right? Stop pushing. Because guess what? They want to stay there, and they want to keep you there.
That's right. Right.
You live your life and stop living with liars.
Woo!
And so with that being said,
bombs,
rats,
dropping.
Ain't nothing left to do. Ain't nothing left to do. Talk about the last step. Hey, what else we gonna do but talk about the last step?
We're gonna move into the last step, but the only thing I will say to just kind of maybe we could as you go into the next step, Brother Lau, is that I think what Sister Kalila is saying is it's very key.
Right.
You have to, if you're resistant to moving on past one or two or three of the steps, getting to reconciliation and restoration and getting friendly and peaceable again is because that you've actually been honest and you've accepted what has been said, and you've asked for forgiveness, and forgiveness has been given. And so that's the only time peace can come. But if you're, like she said, if you get to that place and you're like, oh no, we good, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks later, it's an all-out fight,
Go
then
back
you're
and
not.
figure out where
Then
you messed up in the steps.
You are not open.
you got to either you go back through the steps,
You have to.
or like she said, you're stuck somewhere.
Right.
And again, I'm gonna say it again. That's why the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has given us a tool called Dianetics.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Because
Right.
Michelle,
You know what?
it may
Somebody should
not.
probably put this to Michelle. 1 second, brother Tony. Somebody should put in the a link right now with somebody who's never even heard the word Dianetics before. Will have an opportunity to find out where they can learn more about that beautiful training and that beautiful
Absolutely.
tool called Dianetics. So somebody drop that in for the people there so they can get a hold of that.
Yes,
And
I sure will. I'm looking it up right now.
And just to probably add to that, Brother Lau, we probably can
Yes,
get
ma'am.
pretty much a Dianetic specialist on to talk
Yes.
about Dianetics, to actually dig into those those stuck on the track, those caboose that don't want, because again, back to atonement. When you do things like that, guess what? Now the atonement is on you. Now you have to start the atonement process.
Come on. All right,
Wow,
I'm just
family.
gonna put a statement that was given here, and I'll just let's see if I can find this really quick, and then let you, Brother Lau, get on to the next one. I'm gonna put this in the chat while you're going on to step number 8.
Number 8. Now this is this particular step here, number 8. All of you God-fearing, God-loving, God-believing in human beings on the planet. Now, if your religion don't fall up under that, then I can't help you. I don't know, right? So regardless of what you call yourself, if you fit into that category, then you want a perfect relationship with God. But guess what, family? None of us will ever have a perfect relationship with Almighty God Allah if we are not perfecting our relationship with God's people. How that gonna work? How you gonna have a good relationship with me and you dismiss the hell out of my children? How you gonna do that? Right? So the point we're making here, family, is, and you see, this is why, the 7th Region Coalition has been so on point during this pandemic, during this epidemic, during this tragic, trying time that we've been through as a people, really at practicing these steps. Why? Because we want to be right with God. Y'all ever heard God don't like ugly?
No, not at all.
You don't like ugly.
Pretty
right?
either.
Right. And so all of us who are God-fearing, God-loving, and God-believing people, you have experienced, if not once or twice, a few times in your life, what it feels like when you know you're doing right by God. Right?
It's
You
a
know that
beautiful
feeling,
feeling, Brother Lau.
Even if you haven't
It's a
had it in a
beautiful
while,
feeling.
if you haven't had it in a while, that means get your act together and cut that stuff out. That's what that means.
Right.
But
listen,
that feeling. Go ahead, Sister Michelle.
I'm just bearing witness to what you speak. Because when I think about God, right, and I think about us being believers, anyone believer, and we call him Allah, you call him God, Jehovah, whatever name you call him. If you're looking to be in a perfect union with your Lord, you can't go and ask in prayer for forgiveness and peace if you can't extend it to somebody else. How does that work?
It does not, family, but these 8 steps work. These 8 steps work. So homework assignment for some folk. Yeah, y'all thought this was just going to be oh, wow, that was great. Oh, no.
This is class, Brother Lau.
No. Homework assignment, right? Because we love you. And we're here to help save lives.
Right.
First of all, think about people who you are currently going to war with, battling. I'm not talking about people who you're supposed to be going to war with. I ain't talking about them. What I'm talking about is in your relationships where things may not be right, You know, it doesn't have to be a big old war, but that things are not right. And you know they're not right.
Come on.
Be courageous enough to start some fierce conversations this weekend and attempt. I know we got a lot of stuff to work out. I'm not asking you to work out 10 broken relationships. I'm asking you to start with one. Just start with one. If you want to be big and bad, start with the hardest one. Or if you just want to ease your way into it, start with and then walk through these steps. This was given to us as a holy day. Not a holiday, but a holy day. And I don't know how long it took them to put Christmas on the map. And I don't know how long it took Santa Claus to knock Jesus out the box. But he did.
Right.
So what are we saying? It's up to us to establish this holy day. But it can be every day if you start practicing the steps of atonement and put it to use. And then you come back and bear witness to us.
Come on.
About how it worked or where you are or what you learned in the process. And for all y'all who were out there who were old enough that you could be dead tomorrow, I think that's everybody. Right? I think that's everybody. Right? I think that's everybody. Don't think that you're always going to have tomorrow to get things right.
That's right.
That's right.
Start today.
Today.
Lastly, on a perfect union with Almighty God Allah, I want us to envision right now a perfect world for our people where we don't have to worry about food because we grow it ourselves and it's healthy. We don't have to worry about improper death care because we have holistic health care. Everything we need to help and work with each other, we have. And you have our word from the Seventh Region Coalition that we're going to help to create that perfect union. But it starts with you and it starts with me. And so I'll close that part by saying, dear family, I thank the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And thank you, Sister Kalila, for pulling up that piece with our beloved brother, Reverend James Bevel. And I'm going to say this in closing about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. We told you right here on Thursday Night Talks that it was Reverend James Bevel who brought the process of atonement to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And he gave it to our people. You'll learn when we have our specialists on who brought the tool of Dianetics to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And what did he do? This is a tool for our people.
Come on.
Any of you who are around someone who is hating on the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, bless their ignorance with truth or stay as far away from them as you possibly can.
That's right. That's
he's
right.
on point. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do I appreciate? The Seventh Region Coalition for the 8 steps of the team.
Okay, listen. Now, wait a minute, Brother Loud. We have something that we want to play, and then we can end it off with the last thing. But I think it's important because this part right here, it makes Sister Kalila cry. It makes me want to throw up some fists. I'm like, yes, that's our minister.
Right.
Anyway, I'm all excited. Hold on.
Right. Beautiful.
I love it. Hold on. Yay. Okay, I got it queued up. Hold on.
We can't hear it. Can we
Can't
take it
hear
back?
it?
Nope.
Okay,
Let's take it back.
Hold on.
Rewind.
Hold on.
Rewind.
Wait a minute, Brother Tony. Wait a minute.
I hope we don't have to atone after the program, Sister Michelle.
You know what? Listen. Look, don't.
Look at Brother Lyle laughing.
This right here was my favorite one. Hold on, this was my favorite one. So I just got too excited. Hold on. Wait a minute. It's here.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
here.
All right.
There we go. Hold on. Do that and do that.
Now remember, our dear sister Julianne Malvo mentioned A. Philip Randolph. Man, that was long time ago. And the cry was jobs and justice. In the March on Washington in 1963, the cry was jobs and justice. In the 20-year anniversary of the March on Washington, the cry was jobs and justice. We are now in 2010. And what is the cry? Jobs and justice. Well, wait a minute. How long are you going to sit around begging white people to do for us what we have the power to do for ourselves? Excuse me. I'm quite passionate, so you all set me off. You know that. And I love it. But listen, an agenda is a program, a schedule, a timetable, a plan, a list, a scheme to accomplish a certain result. We have come up with black agendas, but we've been looking to the wrong people to fulfill our agenda. If Franklin Delano Roosevelt said to A. Philip Randolph, yeah, everything you told me is right. The Negroes need this, the Negroes are suffering that. Now you go out and make me do it. Do you think that having a black face in the White House means that we don't have to make him do it?
That's right.
Who surrounds him? Let me even go up a bit further. I just
It's all right,
look. Our brother is brilliant. He got a good heart. I think he really loves America and wants to make America better. He wanted to ease the pain between America and the Muslim world. He wants to solve the problem of Israel and the Palestinians. He has the heart to want to make America better. But he's like that camel in the Quran that God warned the people, don't hamstring his camel. They didn't care what God wanted. They hamstrung the camel. Every one of our brothers and sisters that spoke today, we have a right to expect something from our brother. 97% of our people voted for him. Yes, there's trouble asset relief program, but there's no. There is still racist America between the money being sent down and it coming to those who need it most. If he does not use his bully pulpit to address that, we can fault him for that. But wait a minute. In love.
Everybody say it.
In love.
Say it again. One more again.
Okay, I want to deal with that word. Because love is bigger than some emotional feeling. The word love, you can change the vowel O to I and the consonant V to F. When you have love, real love, you have life. And that's why the scripture says we can tell that we have passed from death into life because we love the brotherhood. Okay? Now, I was with Elijah Muhammad one day, my teacher, and he said to me, brother, you're always talking about love. Define it for me. And I went into my Webster's emotional dictionary stuff. And he said, brother, where there is freedom, where there is justice, where there is equality, there is love and there is life. Our problem is we have been looking to the wrong source to give us freedom, justice, equality, love, and life.
What do you say after that, Brother Lyle?
I told you, Brother Lyle. I told you.
That was a pump fist moment through the whole thing.
It brought me so much tears because our people are suffering in love.
Yeah.
We're so quick again to put on that shirt of victim and wanted somebody to rescue you.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
With a job. Oh, they're forcing me to get the vaccination. Oh my God, I might lose my job. In love.
Come on.
In love. How much do you love yourself to say the hell with the damn job? In love, I love myself. I have the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding to not either ask somebody, how do you do it to become your own entrepreneur?
Come on.
Or find another damn job.
That's right.
Think about that.
It's a job.
That's
it's not
right.
It's not yours. It's something
That's
that somebody gave you.
And can take away. And can take
away. And guess what? At the end of the day, when you leave, it's going to still be theirs.
Oh my gosh, sure will be. Hello.
So how about this, Sis Kalita? How about in love, since we all need a little bit of something, why don't you pull up that beautiful tree? We can let some folk get something off that tree, and then we can let our folk go free.
Right. So the tree of the week is love, peace, and happiness, and a healthy way of life. Right. So I created this tree, right? This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tree, right? And this beautiful tree.
I'll give it up for that tree.
That's a Jamaican tree.
Right.
Okay, Jamaican tree. It's a tree. Okay, Jamaican tree.
Hold on, let me. So, it's a Jamaican tree.
Tree.
The tree. Oh, look, the tree. I'm all over the place with this.
There we go.
Y'all are nuts.
This tree actually symbolizes life. The red symbolizes blood.
Right.
Okay? It flows through our veins. But if you have a clog there, meaning that you're not living, you have to remove that clog with love. The green means life. When you see something, when you see the spring and the summer and you see those green leaves that's blossoming on that tree, that's life. That's growth. That's development. That's improvement. The yellow means the sun. who actually nourish life to make green what it is and to make red what it is.
Come on.
And of course, black. I don't even have to explain black. It's the origin of everything.
That's right.
It's where we came from.
That's right.
It's where Allah came from in triple darkness. So I created this beautiful tree. And with this beautiful tree, I put in the middle, what's yours? What is yours that brings you life?
Right.
Create your own tree. It might not be any of these things that's on my tree. But what is your tree? What makes you life? And let's cut out the BS, right? Let's not deal with the BS. I don't want no surface driven, things. Oh, well, my babies, my children, my job, my career, my house, my bills, they give me life. Well, you need to stop living. If that is what you are banking on to give you life, to wake you up in the morning, you need to pause for the cause. Because you shouldn't expect your children to give you life and happiness and peace. You shouldn't expect your spouse to give you life, peace, and happiness. You shouldn't expect a job to give you life, peace, and happiness.
Additions.
It starts from within. And if you have not had a clue on how it starts, you need to start right now.
Right
now.
Today is the day.
Right now.
There's warning before destruction. You don't want to be destroyed? This is a warning for you. Get your life right and start living and stop surviving.
Come on, Sister Kalila.
Beautiful.
Now so listen, she really is just
full circle.
I don't even know what to do. A mic drop, a bomb. Either one, it's all, But listen, family, it's been an interesting evening. And I just want to go over again just the 8 steps of atonement. And then we will absolutely move around and just give our closing remarks. We're going to let our family go. But I think this was a very impactful night. Yes. I think it's something that we should take to our families and friends, wherever there is a disagreement or wherever there's misunderstanding. Clear it and get peace back in your life. Let them get peace in their lives and move on, move forward. So 8 steps of atonement. Number 1, someone must point out the wrong. That's number 1. Number 2, acknowledgement of the wrong. Number 3, confess the fault, first to God, then to those offended. Number 4, repentance, a feeling of remorse or constriction, or shame for a past conduct which was wrong and sinful. Number 5, atonement means to make amends and reparations for the wrong. Number 6, forgiveness by the offended party to cease to feel offense and resentment against another for the harm done. Number 7, reconciliation and restoration, meaning to become friendly and peaceable again. And number 8, perfect union with God. 8 steps of atonement. So I give you Sister Michelle, the moderator for this evening. It was my pleasure. I'm so thankful that we gone through this because remember, family, it's really about when you restore these things, you restore your mental, your physical, your mental, physical, and spiritual,
emotional,
okay,
mental,
and that's what we need because of all the solutions and things that we provide to you every Thursday. If you don't have any of that, you'll remain in an area of sickness. And that'll take you out faster than anything else. So, being that said, it's been a pleasure. Thank you all for being with us. Make sure you like, share, Facebook. You know how we do, IG, YouTube. Share this out. Make sure, and again, on our Facebook page, there's other things we've got going on. And soon we'll be asking you for your support.
That's right.
Because this is the work that we're working towards. So be prepared. It's coming, family. All right? Just brace yourself for the ride. Anyway, I will pass it over to brother. No, I'm gonna pass it over to Sister Kalila.
Okay.
Move it around and leave Brother Loud last.
Okay. So, in conclusion, stop pushing someone else's caboose. Stop pushing someone else's train. Stop being the shadow of a person that is victimizing themselves and others. Get out the shadow. If they want to lay there in their own self-pity, that's going to be between them and God, not you. Keep in mind, your journey is what your journey is. They're only a reciprocal for what your journey is. You ever been on a road trip and you see all of those trees they pass by? Just imagine those trees are events in your life.
My.
Do you ever stop at the tree and say, this tree very tall. Oh, I wonder if it's going to die. Oh my God, the leaves are falling. Oh, it's going to be uprooted. Let me cover it up with the rain. Let me use my jacket. You don't do that on a trip. So allow people who don't want to move be that trip, be that trip or that vacation or that journey that you're going on, and you pass them by. Because guess what? You have miles and miles to go before your time is no longer present. Stay in the present. Leave them in the past. And pray to Allah that they make it to the present with you. And I'm going to pass it to Brother Tony.
Beautiful words.
Oh, there you go. I
There we go.
love it.
Family, this is the point I wanted to make earlier. Sister Maya made a point earlier, which I want to close out with in terms of my own comments. She had a question about, of course, which she was looking up Dianetics auditing. Dianetics auditing is something that when we undertake it, it's an act of love that we have for ourselves because we don't want to go through any more pain, not simply because we think that someone else did wrong to us. Maybe there's something locked in us that's causing us some kind of past pain, some kind of anguish, something that brought up high emotion in us, or some kind of physical pain coupled with the emotion that is causing our relationships, the way that we view people. It's skewing everything. It's affecting everything on a negative level. If it would be possible, and these are just some of the members of the Coalition to Help Save Lives, perhaps we could propose having someone who is very proficient in Dianetics auditing to be a guest in the near future.
Yes.
To share with us what we can do with self-love, undergo a process of clearing our minds, clearing our spirit, clearing our soul of past things that are weighing us down and not allowing us to make it to the next step, the next level of our lives. So our work is far from over as a coalition to help save lives. Yes, we're in the middle of a pandemic, but it's a lot larger than the pandemic.
Right.
It's a lot larger than anything that we're experiencing right now. We have to get past everything that is weighing on us, everything that we are doing wrong in our lives that is causing us to sin and to experience negativity on all levels. We have to cleanse from all of that if we stand a chance to make it safely to the other side, where the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan wants to take us. And that's all I have to say, family.
My.
Blessings.
That's all. That's all. Just
That's it.
safely
That
to
was
the
it,
other side.
Tony. That was all you had to
That's all.
say.
That's it.
Smooth.
You know,
We're smooth. That's
right,
safely
right.
to the other side.
That's it. That's it.
In the
You
middle of
can
a
drop the
pandemic,
mic to Brother
safely to the
Loud.
other side.
May I, Brother Loud?
Please, brother.
Yes, sir. Please. Close us out, dear brother.
Well, 3 quick things. First of all, love you, team. And I love your dedication.
Love you too.
And I love your sacrifice.
Yes,
and
sir.
the love that you show our people.
Yes, sir.
So the first philosopher, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. And I'm asking him to change his ways. And I want you all to do the same.
Yes, sir.
Second thing, I remember teaching a mentoring session, and looked like one of the young girls to the unseen eye. Looked like she wasn't paying attention. Her book was up, and she was just head was down. And you know, when I'm working with young people like that, I give them their space. You know, kind of work with them, and then, but as I worked around this young sister, she had a quote on her notebook, and her quote said these words. She said, "People don't build walls to keep people out. People build walls to see what people are willing to do to get inside."
I love that.
Family, stop walking around like you're an unscathed, unharmed, unhurt human being. Stop faking in front. Hey, you live in America.
That's right.
It's
Hello.
the capital of hurt,
That's right.
pain, and all those other things.
PTSD.
Stop
It's
running
real.
from an opportunity to get well. Look, all of us are sick.
Right.
Now, granted, some of us are sicker than others,
Right.
but all of us are sick. And this is a balm that we're bringing to you out of the love of what's been given to us. And if we haven't done anything else, we should make you want to investigate more about these 8 steps of atonement. And lastly, this. You've already missed October 16th this year. Don't miss it next year, but don't wait. I want you to pick, you know, one of them days when you're in your house all day cleaning or just doing stuff and all that. Put the Million Man March on. Just let it play all day. When's the last time that arraignment of Black leadership has been collectively together and on the same platform?
Right.
Some of you never even heard the speeches from the day of the Million Man March.
Right.
And I'll say this really in closing, because it kind of slipped by some people.
Come on.
The ultimate atonement process. Did you all see our beloved sister, Betty Shabazz? May Allah be pleased with our sister. Did you see her not just present at the Million Man March? She spoke. That's love.
That's love. In
For
love.
her brother, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and our people. So don't get twisted. Let's get it right. And I only got one more thing left to say. We're not a gang.
Wait
Not
a
a
minute.
clique. Go ahead, Sister Michelle.
No, before you do that, I'm just putting in the videos in the chat suggesting
Oh, beautiful.
pace.
You all can get a hold of all of those materials.
I'm putting all of them in.
And
so
Sister
you
Michelle,
can go back.
while you're doing that, can I emphasize something real good? Our Sister Maya received her books.
Yay!
Oh, absolutely.
Go Maya.
Absolutely.
Go Maya.
That's what we're
It's your
talking about.
birthday. Go Maya.
Yeah,
Ooh,
received the
Maya.
books. I just wanted to highlight that real quick.
Okay.
And thank
All
my
right.
coalition members for making that happen.
So we good? So y'all know, right?
We are good. All right,
We
Brother
good?
Laugh.
Not a gang, not a clique, but a dynamic God crew known as the Seventh Coalition. Love you, family.
Listen, I love y'all. Eventually, we will get these fingers right one day. But peace out.